Hey there! Welcome back to An Introvert's Paradise. I'm Kendrick Kaiju, and today we're talking about how stores are coming to Inzoi. That's right, recently K-Jun took to Discord to talk about some of the things that they're working on for the December update. And some of those things include multitasking, like being able to watch TV and have dinner at the same time. More family activities like walking together, holding hands, having family meals, being able to have conversations while inside the car together. Now don't get me wrong, all those things very exciting. All are needed, and I'm glad that it's coming in December. But all of it is completely overshadowed with the announcement that stores are coming, meaning Inzoi's open for business expansion is on its way. And even though it's their first try at it, this isn't going to be completely fleshed out. It's not the final product. It's still coming, and it's still coming pretty soon. Because for whatever reason, I thought December was still 3 months away, but then I realized today, wait a minute, it's already November. Meaning this December update is at the very most less than 2 months away. Which if we're going by the two most recent updates, meaning the Halloween one and Chihaya, both of those came at the end of the month. So there's a good chance they're going to release it at the end of December, but ideally it would come out a few days before Christmas. Because I think it'd be best for everybody involved. All of us would get to play on our holidays, and for the devs, if they could just push it out a few days before Christmas, then they too could just not think about work for a little bit and enjoy their holidays too. So it's a win-win situation if that happens, but for myself mentally, I'm looking at this as an end of December situation. But still, that's incredible. We just had an update, and in maybe 6 weeks, we're gonna get a pretty major one because stores are coming. And K-Jun actually gave us a fair bit of information on how the stores will work. So he said that we're updating the city to allow players to open stores anywhere and to make existing shops operate within this system. So I assume they're gonna open up some new lots for us to just start building on, take over the old stores. I'm definitely taking over the tarot card spot. I don't believe we're maximizing the potential there. No, we'll still offer the tarot card readings. We'll set the lady up in the corner, but then we're building the most delicious fried chicken spot around her. If modders can come up with Popeyes, we're building a Popeyes around her. And this also sounds like we'll be able to just have a business in our home as well. Open stores anywhere, or at least I hope so. Now, I don't know if you did this too, but in The Sims 4, whenever I opened up a restaurant, I also built an apartment in the back. So I would just be living my life back there and let the staff run the business, and whenever they needed a hand, I would step in. In fact, I would just sleep there. Like, I never left. That was my new home. No, the Sim wife was there too. It's not like I had a Sim family back at my home lot, and I was just an absentee husband and father, workaholic that neglected his family. No, they were there too. Although that sounds like an interesting playthrough for Inzoi. But I do hope we can start a business at our home lot. But what we will be doing for sure is inventory control, pricing, hiring employees, training, promotions, and a reputation system. And because K-Jun made posts about this on 2 different days, the first post he made, it wasn't very clear, but it sounded like there would be some limitations. He said they'd be introducing some diverse store types, in brackets bookstores, florists, bakeries, etc. But I thought about it, and I figured, well, that doesn't sound right. All those stores sound like all they would need is the basic retail system. It's themed differently, you're certainly selling different things, but it all boils down to over-the-counter retail. So I just thought he was giving us some examples, but then on the second post, he does confirm there are limitations. There are 5 types of businesses that will be able to own and operate: bakery, flower shop, cafes, and open business lots. Now, he said 5, that's only 4. I think he missed the bookstore. And even though I'm disappointed by the fact that there will be limitations and the fact that restaurants isn't one of the 5 businesses that we could start with, it's not the end of the world. Especially if they do a good job on these. Because the upside to having only 5 different businesses is they could really flesh it out. Now, I would certainly be disappointed if all these were, as I was thinking, like I said before, if they just all boil down to over-the-counter retail, all of them play the same, they're just selling different things, I would certainly be disappointing. But as long as each of these had their own unique interactions, like perhaps in a flower shop you actually need to tend to the flowers, make sure they don't die and wilt on you. In the bakeries, you have an oven to bake your product fresh. Something like that, right? It would definitely be disappointing if they put these limitations on us, but they all play exactly the same. Something sells out, you press a button, and it just restocks with whatever item that got sold. But what does give me hope is this open business lot. That sounds like you can just make whatever retail business that you want. Like if I wanted to open up a Best Buy, I could just do that. And even if it's just a retail system, that already opens the door for a lot of different variety. You can sell anything that you want, but I hope it's more than that. I hope it allows us to use any skill that's already available in the game. And what I mean by that is, well, we have a spa in Chihaya, where you can get foot massages, head massages, and regular back massages. So I hope those items would be made available to us, so we can use our Zoi to deliver these services and make a business with it. Bare minimum, it'd be great if we could hire people, even if we couldn't do it ourselves, that we can hire staff to perform these services again so we can have the business. And what gives me hope that this is a possibility is I just remembered, I think it's in Dawan, but one of the cities has a karaoke place. So they already have something like that, something that incorporates one of the skills we can learn and turn it into a business. I assume they said we can take over any of the businesses, right? So I'm assuming that the karaoke place is one of those. And even despite the limitations, I'm still super excited about stores coming to inZOI. And I'm not too concerned about things like restaurants not being in the game right now, or in December, I mean. I have to imagine this is the first batch of stores. This isn't going to be all that there's ever going to be. I mean, K-Jun himself said this is going to be a first crack at it. They're going to flesh this out down the line. So I assume he also means new businesses later on. I'd be very surprised if restaurants were never added. I'm still excited because, 1, as long as they do a good job, there's enough variety to keep us busy, keep us happy for a long time. And 2, it seems like this thing's going to be beefy. It seems like it's going to be an in-depth system. The plan right now is for us to start with a small store and then grow it. Make it profitable, and then even turn it into a franchise. Opening new branches, more branches, hiring more employees, and creating a brand. That is really cool. That's definitely the new wrinkle. That's their own unique take on it. Now it's not just inZOI, open for business. They're gonna leave their own mark on the industry. And hopefully in the future, let's say, when Paralives comes out and eventually they do their own open for business, hopefully I won't be referring to it as their own open for business anymore. I hope I'll be referring to it to whatever inZOI is going to end up calling this. I don't know if it's going to be an expansion, but this update. And K-Jun in his post goes on to say, customers are constantly observing your management style. They smile when satisfied, frown when displeased. And customer satisfaction is actually going to matter. Having clean environments, great service, having great relations with your customers, all of that is going to affect your brand and shape your reputation. There's also going to be difficult customers. I know for the sake of the brand, I have to be professional, but then again, this isn't real life. In real life, I'll take it. I gotta keep my job, But in game, oh, you better believe my response to a rude customer is, listen, Karen, you keep saying that customers are always right, but you don't even know the actual quote. If you're gonna be mean and belligerent, could you at least not be ignorant? The quote is, customers are always right in matters of taste, meaning, even though you come into this store and order the same thing every time, a dish that was meant for dogs, by the way, but you love it, then that's okay. You're right. But I'm so looking forward to this. This idea of a brand, turning it into a franchise, having multiple locations, I never even thought about that. This is a great idea. They execute it really well. But I suppose time will tell. All right, that's it for me for today. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. I always appreciate it. All right, you take care of yourself and we'll talk soon. But until then, just make it through another day.